there, I'm Liz from the WQED education team, and earlier today my dog was outside barking at something. And I went out to see what it was because he doesn't usually bark a whole lot. And I found that he was barking at a mole. Have you ever seen a mole? Most people don't see moles very often because they live underground and they like to be underground. And the fun thing about moles is that if you ever do get to see one, you'll notice that they have some really cool looking paws. They almost look like shovels because moles are very good at digging. Well, our story today is about a mole who actually wasn't so very good at digging. You'll see what I mean. In our story, I'm Stuck in My Hole by our friend Cricket. Once there was a little mole who lived in a beautiful fruit garden surrounded by woods. A sparkling river flowed close by. Little Mole woke up very hungry. He ate strawberries, acorns, and sticky sap raspberry pie. After his delicious breakfast, Mole felt very full. He was planning on working in his garden and hoping to make a new friend. So Little Mole started to climb out of his hole. But things felt snug, and he was sticky from his sap pie. What do you think is gonna happen? Mole was leaving his tunnel. His head, arms, and body were outside his tunnel, but his legs and bottom were stuck inside his tunnel. Oh no! I'm stuck in my hole, said the little mole. A toad heard him and came to help. 1, 2, 3, pull the mole, he shouted. But the mole was still stuck. He yelled, "Can anyone pull the mole out of his hole?" A blue jay heard them and decided to help. 1, 2, 3, pull the mole, they shouted. The mole was still stuck. They all said, "Can anyone pull the mole out of his hole?" A hedgehog heard them and decided to help. Ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, pull the mole, they shouted. But the mole was still stuck. They all said, "Can anyone pull the mole out of his hole?" A rabbit came to help. All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3, pull the mole. But the mole was still stuck. The rabbit sat down on a rock to think. But the rock moved. It wasn't a rock at all. It was a turtle. Turtle said, "I've been thinking about your problem, Mole, and I've got a solution. Why not let Worm help?" Worm? They all laughed. Teeny tiny worm? If all of these animals couldn't pull that mole out of the hole, how is a teeny tiny worm going to help? Well, the worm went to work around the mole's tunnel entrance. He ate the soil and the mole broke free. The animals all cheered. Mole was excited to be free. He invited his new friends to his garden for a picnic. The toad, blue jay, hedgehog, rabbit, turtle, worm, and mole all ate berries, told stories, jokes, and laughed all afternoon. It was getting late. Mole said his goodbyes and returned home. "I'm gonna need a bigger hole," he said. The end. Oh my, wasn't that a silly story? That mole should have maybe used his digging skills to help make his tunnel a little bit wider, shouldn't he? Good thing that worm was there to help him out. And all of those friends, they worked together to try to get Mole out of his hole. And before the worm came along, they were all kind of making a chain to try to pull him out. So I thought we would make our own kind of chain, a helpful chain today. Helpful in that it'll have kind things we can do for other people written on the chain links. Kind of like the animals were doing something kind for their friend Mole to help him out. So all you need are some strips of paper. Mine are white, but you could use any color if you want to get different color construction paper, or if you want to use white strips of paper and decorate them, that's fine too. Some crayons or some markers and some tape. So on each one of your strips, all you're gonna do is write something kind you can do for another person. What's something kind that we could do? Let me see. How about, oh, I know, smile at a stranger. That's a good one. Can you think of another one? Oh, I know. How about pick up my toys without being asked? That's a good one too. So just fill out all of your strips, and then when you're all done filling them out, that's when we're gonna make our chain. So you're going to get your tape and you're gonna tape your strips into circles. So just wrap one end over to the other till it touches. Now you wanna make sure your writing is on the inside. Tape that together, there you go. And then you're just gonna connect all of your strips to make your chain of kind things. Try to put a total of 30 strips on your chain. 30 days, one for every day in the month, and start on the first day of the month. And each day you can tear off one of your links and do the kind act that is written on the inside of it, because it's always good to do kind things for other people, right? We can't wait to hear about all the kind things you're doing in your neighborhood. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.